mean, it was the difference of tone, the ride. Like, to be able to write a book that goes from the best dark humor you can imagine to the most emotional, part, and a true, like fable about first love and revenge and a lot of, everything we are and sometimes that we don't want to admit we are. And it was just like an obvious, adaptation. And I know that Keith Benny, who wrote the script, is here, and he did an amazing. He did an amazing job to bring, those work into the screenplay because Joe did a big book. So, we had, I just wanted to have everything, all the best and the dirty part.
For me, it's very much, the same as Alex. Whenever you find a script or a book, indeed, that is so hard to pin down into one genre, it is, the first third of this film, I think, is incredibly funny, and then it does have this, the love. To me, the film is ultimately a love story. That's the most important part of it. And I think to have all these ideas dealt with in this incredibly original way, which also encapsulates obviously huge amounts of religious mythology, which I'm kind of into. And it was just very exciting and different. So yeah, I just wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah, I agree with all of that, and I was really attracted to sort of being the big part of this beautiful, beautiful young love that I think is so important to embrace, because when you really fall in love for the first time, it's mind-blowing, and I thought the script really captured that. And then, this was my first time seeing it all finished, and everything else that was going on, it blew my mind, because it still is ultimately a love story, it really, really is, and that was a big turn on for me.
Do we have any questions from the audience? Let's see. Yes?
2 questions for Dan. Will you be here tomorrow for F-word?
Will you be here tomorrow for F-word?
I go day by day at the moment, but I'm sure I will.
Okay,
Yes.
that's for tomorrow, right? Second question. How was it like being in that, burn makeup and stuff like that?
The burn makeup was actually awesome. It was something that I was quite nervous about approaching the film with all the prosthetics, because I've had some experiences of them before, which hadn't always been amazingly fun. And the guys, Mike and Mike, who were just amazing. They looked after me and saved my life basically every day on that film, because they just made my life so easy going in and out of that, in and out of the full body thing. And I think that was probably the part of the film that you were actually the most enthused about, was getting to watch the makeup get done.
Yeah, I was pretty excited about the horns. I was so excited I had to put them on me. I walked around with the horns for about 10 hours, and people do get used to it. I was hoping we could butt heads like rabbits. It didn't work, and it was all right. Another time.
What else do we have? Yes, on the side there. Persuade someone to do anything when you wear the horns, what would that be?
It is a good question, but it depends on context. Like, it depends what I'm doing and what that person's doing to me. It's probably just going to be a case of, could you stop that? So I wouldn't be able to think of anything better than that right now, but I'll give it some thought. I'll have to actually now, because now that, people are going to start seeing the film, that is definitely a question I'm going to get asked a lot, so thank you for letting me know I should prepare an answer.
Alex, what were the challenges in adapting the book to the screen?
It was to, deal with all those different tones and just not lose the story and the character, and not become only a comedy or only a very dark revenge movie, and just follow. And I was really lucky to have such great actors, because you don't make movie on your own. I mean, the actors are here to give life to those characters, and the difference was huge, from the book to the script and to the screen. I was really lucky.
I also have to say that I think it's very important to have a director that can really help your actors, and a director that you trust, especially when you're signing on to something as kind of otherworldly as that, and each day is definitely a challenge, sorry. Each day is definitely, a challenge, and I think it was really, really key, and I think it's important you know that too, that I think in your hands we felt safe going to those places.
And I'll shove something else onto the end of that as well, which is that, first of all, I'd like to say a huge thank you on behalf of me and Juno and all of the cast to the crew who made the film, who were phenomenal. What I think excited, what's amazing about Alex, and this is a moment, if now isn't the moment to say this, then when is? It's very rare that as a set you feel just everybody, from myself and Juno to the entire crew, were just excited to come to work every day because we were excited to get to be a part of your vision. And we were all excited to be doing such a mad, brilliant, original film. But the fact that we had you at the helm did make it extraordinarily exciting. So thank you.
I just think these two are so great, to do all the stuff they did, and then sit here in a theater and know you guys are all looking at them. I don't know how they do it. I can't imagine that kind of courage.
Do we have anyone else? Yes.
I have a comment and a question. The comment is the music was so fantastic. I loved all your selections.
We'll go to the next question. If you don't have anything.
And my question is, do you consider this to be a horror genre picture? It does have dark fantasy, supernatural, a guy getting shot in the face, but it's not a midnight movie, so what do you think of it?
It's a tragicoma horror-y.
I think the rom-com has just been defeated. I mean, how do you see it? I mean, this is a progression in the evolution of you as a director and a storyteller.
Yeah, we tried. I mean, we couldn't find the right. I mean, until right now, we couldn't find the right. We had people saying it's a biblical thriller, or some dark comedy or dark love comedy or romance. I mean, it's a little bit of everything, and I think that makes that movie so different. It's the fact that it's a true story, true love story, going on a ride of what's life is. From death to revenge to very dark thought to very a pure feeling and courage to fight for the one you love.
People used to make movies with different moods, and a lot of films just kind of know how to play one note over and over again. It used to be there were films, filmmakers like